The butterfly pose is this. You sit, and this is how you prep yourself before. And this is the thing that I was uncomfortable doing. Yeah, so she stood. Hi, I'm Pratyusha. I'm from Hyderabad, Telangana. So I moved to Bangalore. It's been more of 4 months or something. I work in an IT company. I feel life is working out for me.
Life is working out. Okay. And do you have any movement activity in your own life? Do you practice any kind of movement?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was always into dancing and playing sports, etc. And when there was any program in school or in like +1, +2, I was always interested in participating and to be the main attraction everywhere.
Would you say you've changed, or would you say you're kind of the same person?
There is a lot of growth that happened in me. Maybe I would say I'm a butterfly right now. Before I was in a cocoon.
What do you mean by butterfly right now?
So now I learn to love myself, accept myself, and be the most me. And I've never been this confident. There were times when I was not ready to go to a party or a function just because the way I looked. And now look at me, I am like sitting here where like cameras are facing me.
What kind of new things have you done in the last, let's say, 1 or 2 years?
In 1 or 2 years, I had the courage to dress up the way I wanted. I've been restricted my whole life. So after a while, there was an incident. I was going to Malaysia. Then I just was passing by a store in a mall and I just saw this dress. I'm like, okay, there is nobody around me. Why am I restricting myself? I don't have to buy it. Let me just go try it on. Then that looked so beautiful. And then I just instantly took a picture and just posted it as my story on Instagram. And that day I realized it's not about anybody else, it's just about me.
Okay, but let me ask you, what was the dress? Like, tell us about the dress.
It is a burgundy jumpsuit. So it has a deep neck cleavage and it was so beautiful. I tried it on and I felt myself the most and I didn't hesitate to put any story of myself. The amount of, what we say, what we call that word, response or appreciation, whatever I received that time, it blew me off. And I'm like, why am I not doing this?
So you got a lot of likes and comments on your Instagram story. Are you saying that was like a switch that flipped and that was a moment for you?
Yeah, because it's not just the Instagram story. I saw myself and I know this is what I am.
Do you have a photo of it? Do you still have a photo of it?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do. Let me show you. Here it is.
Tell us a little bit about your dance days.
So when I was a kid, I always loved to move. So whenever there was a family gathering or any function, it was always me who is entertaining, dancing, moving around. It was awesome. Then at some point of time, maybe when I started, growing into a lady maybe, I started putting on a lot of weight. Let's say when I was in 6th standard. So I started feeling insecure. There was a college event in +2. It just, that day, that really made me like, depressed. Because it was our farewell in +2 and I really wanted to dance. And there was one particular girl in my class and she came up to me like, do you really want to dance? Do you think, I am just saying for your own good because I don't want people to like, make fun of you and the way you move, I don't want to be mean, but the way you move and when your entire body shakes, it kind of looks ugly. So this is for your own good. And that is the day, things inside me broke.
Do you really think she was saying that for your own good?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what she meant, but then the way she portrayed it made me feel so bad. Then I went back. Then ever since that, I never wanted to be in the main attraction in any function or any, school party or family party, anything. I always wanted to, go back to, be in my bed and not go anywhere. So every time there is a function, in my house or anywhere in my relatives, there is always me crying before going there.
You said you're learning Bharatanatyam. So we got your Bharatanatyam anklets. Okay. So just these are your anklets, right? Can you tell us what Bharatanatyam and dance means to you now?
I was always inspired by the way the people in Bharatanatyam move. Their eyes, to be honest, the way they do their makeup and the eyeliner, the strong eyes, the sharp eyes, that fascinated me. I wanted to do all the mudras. I wanted to do all the Bharatanatyam makeup and look like a Butta Bomma, which means a doll in Telugu. There was this friend of mine, she told me a lot of stories, how Bharatanatyam started and why they do, what does the mudras mean. So then she gave me the courage. She told me you can do this. And by the same time I was going to Malaysia, and then she told you could perform in the cultural event there. And she taught me some small baby movements, and then I learned, and I went and did the first stage performance there. And then I got the courage, and then I enrolled myself into a class.
Okay. So what were you saying about your teacher? You said some funny things you told me about your teacher, that she's quite strict.
I would love to tell about her, but then I just don't want her to find this video. I always used to make faces when I had to do Armandla completely, and she knows how much I am lazy to do the Armandla. She taught me a butterfly move where I have to completely sit, and then to increase my flexibility, she stood on my knees.
What is this Armandla you show us?
Armandla.
Like what, butterfly pose or something you said? No, what is this?
The butterfly pose is this. You sit.
Oh, you have to sit. Okay. I thought you stand.
This is how you prep yourself before. And this is the thing that I was uncomfortable doing. And see, right now you can see.
So there's not supposed to be space between your knee and the floor.
So she stood.
My God. Okay.
And I did it. But then now again I lost it. Maybe if she sees now,
so if she sees this video, she's going to give down vote. Down like. She will not like this video. Huh? Okay.
Anybody can do Bharatanatyam. All they need is dedication. I am not a great or a complete Bharatanatyam dancer, but I'm sure one day I'm going to be.
So, you came for a shoot. You've come on a couple of shoots with us, right? When I look at you, I'm thinking Beyonce. So, do you feel like Beyonce? Like, what do you feel like when you're at these shoots?
I think I'm a Cardi B. Maybe a mix of Cardi B with Doja Cat. Because I love the way she moves. You guys
know all this, no? Cardi B, Doja. Acha, okay, I don't know all of this. Okay, but they get it. Okay, so Cardi B and Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Cardi B x Doja Cat equals Pratyusha.
Yes.
Got it. Pratyusha, thank you for doing this with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I couldn't walk 100 meters. I don't think I've ever said I'm not a mover. Like, there's a difference between really stretching out your neck where you feel it burn